Okay, so this is the first video of 3. We're dealing with chapter 3 in our book, talking about rational numbers and how basically do we use rational numbers, how do we order them, compare them, and use them in a real way. So positive numbers we typically think of are numbers that we normally deal with on a daily basis. Now we deal with negative numbers as well, but it's typically in a true negative sense. So if I have a negative bank account, I'm not going to be very happy, but those do exist. So most of our positive numbers are going to occur on the right side of 0. There's going to be your positive numbers. And everything to the left of 0 are going to be your negative numbers. Okay? So I could have like positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you don't have to have them all labeled, but if you do, that's fine. Negative numbers, similar, but the difference with negative is you're going backwards. So you're going to start with negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. But the key is they should be the same distance, and you can tell my handiwork's not too perfect, but the distance here should be the same here. Distance from 0 to negative 2 should be the same as the distance from 0 to positive 2. So those distances should be the same, okay? And we'll talk about that here in a second. Well, in the next few minutes in part 3 about absolute value. But basically, your positive numbers are going to be on the right, negatives on the left. As you go further out to the left, you're actually getting smaller. Even though the numbers look like they're increasing, they're actually getting smaller. Okay? It's very similar to me saying, would you rather owe somebody $1 or owe somebody $5? Well, most of you would say I'd rather owe somebody $1 than $5. Well, that's how you know that negative 1 is greater than negative 5, because it's further to the right. Every time you go to the right on the number line, you get bigger. Right? No difference with a negative number. You start with negative 5, you go to negative 4, you get bigger. So even though it looks like you're getting smaller, you're technically getting bigger. Okay? Because again, you'd rather owe $1 than 5. So what happens is when we're comparing them, and we can say, let's say I compare negative 5 compared to positive 2. Okay? If we're using the less than, greater than, or equal to symbols, we're going to have to pick one of those to make that statement true. Well, negative 5 is going to be located 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places over from 0 over here. And positive 2 is located at 1, 2, right here. So if you're comparing numbers, which one's further to the right? Well, 2 is further to the right. So that means 2 is greater than negative 5. So negative 5 is less than 2. And if you're forgetting which one's which, think of less than looks like an L, okay? If you just turn it just a little bit, that's the symbol for less than. So it kind of looks like an L that's kind of dilapidated a little bit. Or if in sign language you do L, turn a little bit, that's less than. So this is your less than symbol, okay? So less than, and the other one's obviously greater than. And then of course we know our equal to symbol, okay? Okay, let's say we're comparing 0 and negative 3. Okay? So let's say we're comparing those two. Okay? 0 obviously is right here. Negative 3 is 1, 2, 3. 3 places to the left. Okay? So between those two integers, which one's further to the right? Well, 0 is further to the right. So that means 0 is greater than negative 3. Okay? sometimes it's better, well, not sometimes, it's always better not to have money than to owe somebody $3, okay? I'd rather not have any money in my pocket than owe somebody $3. So that's basically just the concept of comparing positive and negative numbers. There are more, like, let's say we have one more. Let's just do one more, because some of you might be a little confused when it comes to maybe comparing them and ordering them. Well, actually, no, we're going to do another video. So let's stop here. So that's part one. Part two coming up.